everyone, and welcome back to our HTML series. In our previous video, we covered meta tags, unclosed tags, and text tags in HTML. Today, we will be diving into link tags, image tags, and list tags. These elements are essential for creating interactive and visually appealing web pages. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about link tags. In HTML, we commonly use the term link tag to refer to two different types of tags, the anchor tag and the link tag. Despite their similar names, they serve very different purposes. First, let's talk about anchor tag. The anchor tag is used to create hyperlinks. These can link to other web pages, files, email addresses, or locations within the same page. The basic syntax of an anchor tag is as follows. Here, the href attribute stands for hypertext reference, which specifies the destination of the link. Let's take a closer look at the anchor tag in action. Here's a basic example of an anchor tag. In this example, the text Google will be displayed as a clickable link. When a user clicks on this link, their browser will navigate to the Google homepage. On our web page, we have the text Google enclosed within an anchor tag. Notice how it is styled differently, typically underlined and in blue, indicating it is a hyperlink. When I click on this link, the browser immediately takes me to the Google homepage. This is how we can create a simple and effective navigation link using the anchor tag. Next, let's explore the link tag, specifically used within the head section of an HTML document. It is most commonly used to link external resources like style sheets. It establishes a relationship between the current document and an external resource. The basic syntax of a link tag is as follows. Here, the rel attribute defines the relationship between the current document and the linked resource. And style sheet indicates that the linked file is a CSS style sheet. The href attribute specifies the path to the resource, which in this case is style.css. Now, let's see how this works in a real HTML document. Here, we have an HTML document with a link tag in the head section. In this example, the link tag links an external CSS file named style.css to our HTML document. This CSS file contains the styling rules that will be applied to the HTML document. After running the code, we can see the heading Hello World was styled accordingly, with blue text and centered alignment. This demonstrates how the link tag can be used to incorporate external resources into your web pages seamlessly. Next, let's discuss about the image tag. The image tag is used to embed images into an HTML page. It's an unclosed tag. In our previous video, we discussed unclosed tags and mentioned the image tag briefly, and said we'd cover it in our upcoming videos. As said, today we're going to dive deeper into the image tag. The basic syntax of the image tag is as follows. The src attribute specifies the path to the image you want to display, or an absolute URL pointing to an image on the web. The alt attribute provides alternative text for screen readers and is also displayed if the image fails to load. For example, to display an image of a bird. Why don't we hop onto Google and look up some images of birds? Pick an image you like from the results and copy its address to use as the src attribute. Let's set a bird as the alternative text within the alt attribute. And let's assign a fixed height and width to the image. That's all. Our code is set to display an image of a bird. Let's give it a run. There you go, the picture of a bird on your webpage. Let's test out the functionality of the alt attribute. I'm experimenting by altering the image address, removing certain parts to prevent the image from loading. Here we can see that the alternative text is displayed when the image fails to load. Finally, let's look at list tags. There are 3 main types of lists in HTML. They are ordered list, unordered list, and description list. Let's start with the ordered list. An ordered list uses the OL tag, and each item in the list is enclosed in li tags, which stands for list item. By default, an ordered list will be displayed with numbers, but it can also be styled with other types of markers such as lowercase letters, uppercase Roman numerals, and lowercase Roman numerals. Let's look at an example for better understanding. We are creating a list of fruit names. Let's duplicate the list to experiment with all the type attribute values. Here, I have defined 5 ordered lists using different type attribute values: numbers, uppercase letters, uppercase Roman numerals, and lowercase Roman numerals. And here is how it looks when we run it. We have all the specified types of ordered lists. Let's see what unordered lists can do. An unordered list uses the UL tag, and each item in the list is enclosed in li tags, similar to ordered list. By default, an unordered list will be displayed with bullet points, but it can also be styled with other types of markers such as circles or squares. Let's look at an example for better understanding. We are making a list of fruit names again. Let's duplicate the list to experiment with all the type attribute values. Here, I have defined 3 unordered lists using different type attribute values: disk, circle, and square. And look how it displays the unordered lists on our webpage. We have all the specified types of unordered lists. Finally, let's dive into description list. A description list in HTML is used to display a list of terms with descriptions or definitions. This type of list is defined using the DL tag, which stands for description list. Inside a description list, each term is placed inside a DT tag, which stands for definition term, and each description is placed inside a DD tag, which stands for definition description. Let's look at an example for better understanding. We are making a list of fruit names again with descriptions. Here, I made a description list that includes 3 terms and their respective descriptions. Let's take a look at the output of our description list. This list contains 3 terms, each followed by their respective descriptions. As you can see, each term is clearly listed with its description right below it, making it easy to understand and visually organized. And that wraps up our introduction to link, image, and list tags in HTML. These elements are fundamental for creating structured and navigable web pages. In our next video, we'll cover more advanced topics, so stay tuned. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.